So, election updates still coming in as a Democratic candidate makes history, and Vice President Mike Pence joins the president in denying defeat for Republicans. Four-term Congressman Jeff Denham has conceded his race in California's Central Valley to Democrat Josh Harder. And in New Jersey, Representative Tom MacArthur, one of the architects of the 2017 Republican health care bill, has conceded his race to Democrat Andy Kim. A former aide to President Obama, Kim will be the first Korean American to serve in Congress in 20 years and the first ever to represent the state of New Jersey. The updated count in California's 39th district shows the lead of Korean American Republican Young Kim has shrunk to just 122 votes over Democrat Gil Cisneros. And Democrat Katie Porter is now nearly 4,000 votes ahead of Republican incumbent Mimi Walters. But in an interview with NBC News this morning, Vice President Mike Pence says he thought the Democrats failed to make sizable gains.
We made history by expanding our majority in the Senate. We won some great elections in the governor's offices around the country, and we didn't really see that blue wave in the House of Representatives come our way. I think it's because the American people see the results.
But those results tell a much different story. The Democrats gaining at least now 34 House seats, with 7 still undecided, along with flipping 7 governor's mansions, 336 state legislative seats for a total of 380 in the Trump era, and multiple state House chambers. Joe, so if you look at just Orange County, for example, which we started with there will not be Republicans in Orange County representing those districts, which is a shock to you and other Republicans who viewed that as a cradle of conservatism. In the state of New Jersey now, there will only be 1 Republican representing that state in Washington.
Yeah, I mean, that's the lowest ebb for Republicans since Woodrow Wilson. You'd have to go back over 100 years to find the Republicans in a worse state there. Orange County, like you said, an earthquake. Nevada, an earthquake. Republicans just getting thrown out of statewide offices, local offices, you name it. But John Heilemann, I look at Mike Pence, and I'm saddened by the fact that Mike feels like he has to lie to a reporter, needs to degrade himself for Donald Trump. And saying that, well, we didn't really see that blue wave. We had a great Tuesday. It would be funny if it weren't so sad for this guy who was actually once not only a respected politician, but a respected man. But now he is giving Baghdad Bob a bad name, saying that they had a great Tuesday. And this is, I don't know, I just, an editorial comment here. This is what repelled so many educated suburban voters, that Mike Pence and people like Mike Pence and their representatives would lie to try to line up with Donald Trump, and it catches up with them. It always catches up with them, and they keep doing it. I mean, Tuesday was a massive blue wave, was it not? Especially in the House.
It was, unequivocally and without any reservation. You can say that, and the numbers just keep stacking up. But Joe, I mean, look, there are 2 things to say. One is, I mean, you said Mike Pence was once a bunch of things that were all complimentary. It's been a pretty long time since that was true, and I watched this show pretty carefully, even on the days I'm not on. And you guys have pointed out, we have all pointed out the number of times in which Mike Pence, over the course of the last 2 years, and dating back to when he was put on the ticket, has mimicked, aped, echoed Donald Trump in his various misstatements and lies. And so this is now kind of the pattern for Mike Pence. I know Mika's always fond of the shot of Pence, doing the thing with the water at that's exact.
The water bottle is
the
a
water
classic.
bottle thing. That's his now. That's the visual manifestation of what he does all the time, which is he has to do exactly whatever Donald Trump does. Apparently, he's afraid that if he ever contradicts in any way, either physically or verbally, the president, that he'll get in some kind of trouble. This is like looking at the sky. And saying, that the sky is red when it's blue, or saying that down is up, but I'm not, at this point, I'm not surprised by it anymore. I don't want to say that it's not outrageous and ridiculous, but it is really now par for the course with Mike Pence.
So, Elise, how bad was it? How bad was Tuesday for the Democrats? I mean, this is, I've got to say, this is the slowest rolling blue wave. It reminds me of the scene in the first Austin Powers where the security guard screams no, and a steamroller's coming at him, and then they do a side shot, and the steamroller's actually 20 yards away going 1 mile an hour. That's how this blue wave has had to feel for Republicans, because every day brings more bad news.
Well, I'm going to steal a line that one of my strategist friends shared with me describing the blue wave more as a blue tornado. You look at where this blue tornado hit, and if it hit, it took out any Republicans, and it clearly hit in a big way in Orange County, and it also hit in New Jersey. And what do those areas have in common? Suburban voters who traditionally vote Republican and are possibly shifting away from the party in a permanent realignment, or at least a temporary realignment, because they do not like Republicans in the era of Donald Trump.
Yeah, they certainly don't. You know, Willie, something interesting is happening on the Democratic side of things, and you know, I mean, leave it to some Democrats. They remind me of Republicans in this way, but some Democrats to try to clutch defeat from the jaws of victory. You actually have quite a few Democrats now talking about replacing Nancy Pelosi, saying she's divisive. But I mean, first of all, it's not like every Republican didn't run against Nancy Pelosi in 2018, and yet, what happened? They had their largest wave since Watergate. So, and also, she's like one of the most competent speakers of the House as far as getting things done and knowing how to hold her troops together in recent memory.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.